Hello, welcome to Dragon Library at Round Rock High School. We are the Round Rock High School librarians. I'm Sara Pavone.
And I'm Christina Taylor.
And we're here today to talk about some of our favorite graphic novels in celebration of Black History Month.
So Sara, tell me what you've got.
So I want to start off with New Kid by Jerry Craft. And this is a graphic novel that is suitable for ages, I would say 5th grade and up. And it is about a boy named Jordan Banks. He's in 7th grade, middle school, which everyone knows is rough. And he wants to go to an art school. He is an artist and really wants to go to an art school. But his parents instead enroll him in the very prestigious Riverdale Academy Day School, where he, yes, and he has to take a bus across town to this very upscale neighborhood to join all of the other kids at this academy. On top of starting middle school, which is horrible and scary, and being the brand new kid, he also discovers when he gets there that he is one of a very small handful of minority students. So his challenge is to try to fit in. And he, the fun part is that this book is also hysterically funny because he sees the humor in all of the things around him. But he also has to deal with a lot of stereotypes from teachers that keep getting the names wrong of all of the minority students. She gets them mixed up. And he does get to know a couple of kids as the story goes along. And the artwork is really fun. The artwork is great. I love the artwork in here. And one of the really fun things that they do is interspersed throughout the chapters, there will be the drawings from Jordan's sketchbook. And so this shows what he's drawing in his sketchbook that he enjoys. And it's kind of a way of getting into his head and seeing how he thinks things are going at this new school. But the other challenge that he has is that while he's starting to fit in with the students at this new school, and they're seeing him as less of an outsider, he starts to feel like he's becoming more of an outsider at his neighborhood. And so now his neighborhood friends are all seeing him as this prep boy, and that he doesn't fit in with them anymore. So you can see here one of the chapters shows that the school kids and his neighborhood kids are fighting over him, and that's because he can't figure out how he should feel and who he fits in with and where he should be. This story is just fantastically told. You get to know some great characters. You also get to know a couple of not so great characters that you will recognize from everyday life, but by the end things work out, and it really ends on a high note. So I enjoyed this book a lot, and I recommend it for anybody who's going into a new school, whatever grade they are, or going into middle school, or just feels like they don't fit in, which I think is everybody.
Middle school can be rough at the best of times. It's nice when you can gain that sense of perspective that you can find the humor in these rough patches.
Right.
So one of my new favorites is called Brazen. Rebel Ladies Who Rock the World, and I think this should be read by every woman, actually every person, to just get a broadened sense of history. So this is a collection of microbiographies, and each biography focuses on a female role model from history, and they are fierce, and they come from all over the globe. Some of them are well known, some of them are little known, but all of them are noteworthy. And
I haven't had a chance to read that yet. I really want to.
You so need to read this. I have actually given this as a gift to every significant woman in my life. As gift-giving occasions have come up, I've given it to my mother. I've given it to, I gave it to our library assistant. I gave it to my mother-in-law. I've given it to my sister-in-law. It is just fantastic, inspiring.
I haven't gotten one yet.
Yours is coming. You are a significant woman in my life. Yours is coming. I just haven't had a gift-giving occasion where I've given it to you yet.
Okay.
But they are fantastic. And in addition, I would say for those for those Black readers who are looking to see themselves represented on the page, we see Mae Jemison and Josephine Baker and Betty Davis, wife of Miles Davis, not the one with the eyes. So among others that are just presented here. And you have Penelope Baggio's fantastic kind of comic stylized art that counterbalances some of these really heavy life experiences that these women go through. And it's just this short little brief vignette that gives you an overview of their life that leaves you inspired and leaves you wanting to know more, and fills in those gaps in the history books that we maybe didn't know and we didn't see ourselves as women, women of color, women in general, anyone who identifies as female. We didn't see them before now, and these have opened them up to us so that we can then pursue them.
That sounds awesome. Is there a specific one in there that you liked the best?
Oh, I have too many favorites to nail it down.
Okay. And we are coming from Dragon Library at Round Rock High School, where we're talking about graphic novels in celebration of Black History Month. So you said just all of them are good?
All of them are good. All of them are good. There is not one that I could pick out that I like more than the others, really.
Okay. The second book that I'd like to talk about is called March, and this is book 1 of a trilogy. This is a graphic autobiography of Congressman John Lewis. And the story starts with, it actually starts with the inauguration of President Obama. And then the rest of the story is told in a series of flashbacks. And it starts all the way back at Congressman Lewis's childhood in Alabama. And it goes through how he got involved in, he met Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and got involved with the Freedom Riders and the lunch counter sit-ins. And it's just beautifully told. It is illustrated, the artwork is in black and white, which I was thinking may have been done on purpose. That's just my opinion.
I definitely think so.
Okay, because I think it accentuates the segregation that was seen at the time. But this is so well told. You never feel as though you feel caught up in it, and you are in his emotions and his decisions and what prompted him to become involved in the movements that he got involved in. So if you're interested in history, if you're interested in African American history, if you're interested in American history, and everybody should be interested in American history, I have to say that because my husband's a teacher of history, so this story is just, it's phenomenal, and it actually makes me really, really sad that I never had the chance to meet Congressman John Lewis before he passed. So.
Well, and you mentioned the frame story earlier, and I love the fact that frame is used as a context for his own flashbacks of his involvement in the civil rights movement. And that what we see throughout the different volumes is the frame story progresses, getting closer and closer to President Obama's acceptance speech as they get closer and closer to their own goal in the civil rights movement. And it just has such a fantastic juxtaposition.
It is. It's really well done. And it's really, it opens up with a woman and her 2 children knock on Congressman Lewis's door as he's preparing to go out to the inauguration. And she's just knocking on the door. She didn't think he would be there. And she wants to bring her children in to see where his office is because she wants to show them where it all began. And he happens to be there, and he's so excited to meet them and starts telling them his story. And it's great because he keeps kind of like brushing off his assistant who keeps coming in and saying, we need to go, you're supposed to be out there. And he keeps saying, it's okay, I just need to tell them a little bit more, and brushing them off. So it's so fantastically told.
So another of my new favorites is called Archival Quality, and it's by Ivy Noel Weir and Steens. I tell people all the time, this is my graphic novel. If ever I saw myself represented on the page, it is here, and I love this story. So it is a modern ghost story, and the main character, Sel Walden, I believe is her name, is working the night shift at a museum after she's lost her job at the library. And so as she's working every night, more and more as she's going on and she's archiving things, she starts to find that there are strange things happening. And she realizes that the museum is in fact haunted. At which case then she starts to battle with various things, various very heavy topics in her own life. She starts to battle with her mental health. She starts to battle with her relationship. She starts to even battle with her own grasp on reality. Luckily, dun, 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 enters her boss and newfound ally and close friend that supports her. Happens to be this very glamorous African-American librarian.
Aha, now I see where that came from.
Stylishly dressed all the time. Fantastic, wonderful hair color.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I'm just glad you didn't see yourself as the ghost.
No. But she helps Sel kind of navigate this, figure out what's important, and figure out how to be whole. And one of the things I love most about this book is that there is a richly developed character that just happens to be Black. And ethnicity and race are not at the heart of this story. This story is beautifully developed and well written, gorgeously appointed with the fantastic artwork. And the character just happens to be glamorous and fabulous and Black and a librarian. I can't imagine why I would love this more.
That's great. For some reason, that reminded me to mention, I forgot to mention that March is book 1 of a trilogy, and that this one ends with the counter sit-ins, the lunch counter sit-ins. But if you follow it, it goes all the way through the March on Washington, if you go through all 3 books. So the last book that I wanted to talk about, this is Goldie Vance by Hope Larson, Brittany Williams, and Sarah Stern. And this is suitable for, I would say, easily grades 8 and up, possibly even lower. But this is the story of Goldie Vance. She's 16 years old, and she lives in the hotel that her dad manages. And it's a hotel in Florida, and they always have lots of very wealthy patrons at their hotel. And Goldie, all she wants to do is be a detective. So she appoints herself as the hotel's junior detective, and she is always trying to solve cases of any mysteries that happen in the hotel. And so each volume, this is book 1, each volume is a different mystery that she is solving. And the really fun part about this is the great retro style art. I just love it. It's fantastic. The artwork is so fun in this story, and Goldie is so much fun. And again, this is another book where she just happens to be she is a strong female character who is smart and funny and charismatic, and she also just happens to be African American. And I love that that is the truth of this story, because she's fantastic.
So if the librarian archival quality is the woman I want to be now, Goldie Vance is the child I wanted to be. That
Yes.
inspires me now.
Yes,
and I love the retro styling, right? Very much.
The clothing is very you.
Resonates with me.
So. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope that you will go by your library and see if you can check these books out. We have them all here in the Round Rock High School Library, and they are available for interlibrary loan to any school in the district. So please check out these books, and thanks for joining us.